I have four siblings, and I'm the youngest of all of them. The oldest is Barney, and I my three oldest siblings were so much older than me that I thought they were ancient when I was young. And Barney was ill with TB when I was about 9 years old, and he was in Glen Lake Sanitarium for a while. And again, when Tom and I married, he went back in. But he was a very creative person, and I think all my brothers and sisters got the creative instincts from my grandmother, because she was very creative, and Barney was very creative when he was in the Glen Lake Sanitarium with all different things that he was able to accomplish there in his free time. And he had one son, Greg, and Greg, in adulthood, he married and adopted a little girl from Russia. And that was, and then the next one was Margaret, and she was like a second mother to me. She was 15 years older than I, and so it was really something to have two mothers. She also was very creative, and if something was created, she would recreate it and paint it gold, and everyone knew that whatever you gave Margaret, it would turn gold eventually. And in her reclining years, I was the only one left to help her along and move her out of her apartment into assisted living. And so that was quite a thing, moving her from place to place. And one time I went into the nursing home, and she had all her belongings in a wheelchair, and the pictures were off the wall on the wheelchair, and she was ready to go home. So we spent the rest of the time putting her stuff back again. So she left me in the year '09, and then there's Henry. He was out in California after he left here, and had a sailing ship out there, or a fishing boat for salmon. And then the ocean got too much for him out there, and he ended up doing carpentry work for the people out there, and redoing their boats with the cabinetry and what have you. And he then stayed out there the rest of his time. And he had three children, Larry, Roger, Pam, and Carol. That's more than three, that's four. Yeah. And then Irene is, she was 4 years older than I, and she, after getting married, she ended up going out to either Washington State or Oregon. They moved back and forth there. Irene had three children, Lynn, James, and John. And after her husband passed away, she did a lot of traveling to Medjugorje and Africa in spiritual missions there. And she is enjoying life with her friends that she goes to church with every day, and then they all go out for coffee after. And Tom and I were out there and joined them one year, and not 1 year, but when we traveled out there with the RV and joined the group, and it was a delightful group of people, so that keeps her going. Oh, and by the way, she bought a convertible, white convertible lately. I've had so many that she decided to join the forces. So that's with Irene, and that's down to me then.